spirituality dropped. And we lost the spirit. We gained the money, but we lost the spirit. We gained the expertise, we gained the professionals, but we lost the spirit. And that's how the nation ended up falling, because the spirit left when the money, the wealth started coming in. And the professionals started coming in with their knowledge. Without having a spiritual base, without, and that's why I love Brother Burby, because he's insisting, like I insisted, that you've got to have the spiritual base in order to serve. Otherwise, you'll be a disservice, because you teach people the same thing we're trying to get them from. If you don't put this master teaching as your foundation. So that's what we want to take with the youth, and that's what the study session and all that is all about. But I think that we still conduct all of our meetings, study guides and all the study sessions under the dialogue process. Because in that, without just to have the meeting and talking about things, it has no bottom line to it. What's the objective? If you don't discuss a program that has a purpose at the end of it, how do you know when you're making progress? So in the dialogue process we did as commissioners, we had to go through that whole process. For years we went through that process, but we learned so much about the wisdom of Master Farad Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Mr. Farrakhan through dialoguing and putting the dialogue with a purpose, subject matter. This is our point today, and we all going to meet together, and we're going to come out here with a solution to this particular problem. Okay, not just talk about the problem. We want to come out with reach a definitive solution that we all can agree upon, that we use, and we go out that day and apply that. Not just we come in the next time and talk about it. We go out and apply that and come back with our results that we use in my application. So I always been dealing with economics. I teach wealth and economics, and problem 13 to me is the basics of the whole operation, because it deals with theory and application. It all deals with mathematical theory and mathematical application. So Islam is mathematics. You can prove it in no limited time, but you can only prove it if you apply it. Islam is only proof mathematics if it's applied to mathematics to the circumstances and conditions in which you live every day. That's Islam. Okay.
Start when you're ready to see.
Okay, we will start. Question. So, my name is Abdul Wahid Muhammad. This is just for the tape. So this is July 19th, 2009. And we're here standing here with the great Brother Hannibal. Allah blessing him to record this history. And pray Allah that the enemy kind of help service to all those who view this particular video, that they help them in being a greater helper of the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in fulfilling his mission. I have been blessed by Allah to be with the minister for so many years, and I thank Allah for that. And I can say, in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and in the name of his humble servant, Holy Divine, Exalted Christ, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the extension of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who has grown into a consciousness higher than most of us have arrived to be, but Allah will bless us all to go to the level that we need to go with His blessings and grace. just to bring you up to date on what transpired briefly after the departure of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, from my perspective and my relationship with Minister Farrakhan and Brother Jibril Muhammad. The minister and I go back since 1962 in Boston, and Jibril doing the same year, same time, in San Francisco. And in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad left in 1975, we all took a step back and had to reassess our belief and our faith in what we said we believed in after the Honorable Elijah Muhammad departed. Because we all had, and I shouldn't say we all, but most of us, majority of us, took a step back and we fell asleep. And some of us slept a short period of time, some of us slept for a longer period of time, and some of us still sleep. So, but Allah is the best known. He wakes whom He pleases and blesses those whom He pleases. And I'm thankful to Allah that He blessed me to wake up to the reality of the fact that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad departure was really our birth into the higher understanding of the teachings of Master Farrakhan Muhammad and the application of that teaching, and through his servant whom he chose to be the extension of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to fulfill some of the things that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he would like to accomplish. So, getting right down to the point where most of you have heard that in 1977, in September, is when Minister Farrakhan stood back up again to rebuild the work of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And that was in September 1977 at the Continental Hyatt Hotel on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. And I believe Mr. Farrakhan was staying on the 12th floor of that particular hotel. At that particular time, before that particular date, the Brother Jibril showed up. Mr. Farrakhan had called me from Chicago and told me that that he was coming to California because he had just recently talked to Wahid Muhammad and told him that he could no longer teach the teachings that Wahid Muhammad was teaching, because he had felt that it took him away from the reality of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching. He could no longer do that. There's lots more details to all this, but without going through all the details, which you could probably get from other tapes on Mr. Farrakhan. But Mr. Farrakhan had stopped teaching the teachings of Wahid Muhammad. And I may say this, when he was teaching it, he was the best teacher of it that I know. He could convert more people to that teaching. His understanding of teachings of Wahid Muhammad, he was able to, Allah blessed him to explain it in such a way that people could apply it readily, and nearly other of the teachers of Wahid Muhammad's ministry. These are all everything I'm saying to you is from my perspective. So when the minister came out, he called and told me he was coming, and at that particular time, we always had a good relationship with all the most of the black entertainers, and